Hello, I am Nick from Breaker Press Games, and today we're going to talk about luck. Alright, so this video is part of my DCC Basics series, and today we're going to talk about one of the most exciting parts of Dungeon Crawl Classics, and that is luck. So luck is one of your 6 starting stats. Similar to Dungeons & Dragons, there are 6 attributes that you start with in DCC. They have slightly different names. You've got strength, agility, stamina, intelligence, personality, and luck. And so personality basically takes charisma and wisdom and rolls it into one thing, whereas luck is its whole own new thing that is unique to Dungeon Crawl Classics. So, what does luck do? Well, first and foremost, when you're rolling up your 0-level character, there is a chart called the Birth Augur, which gives you your lucky roll. And so the lucky roll is a thing that really kind of tweaks and adds some personality to your character and kind of shapes the direction that they might go in. So for example, the Raging Storm. If you rolled on the Birth Augur chart that you were born under the Raging Storm, you would have a modifier to spell damage if you have a luck modifier. So if you had a 13 to 15 luck, you would have a +1 modifier, and so anytime you cast a spell that inflicted damage, you would have a +1 to that damage roll when casting that spell. If you had an 18, you'd have a +3 to that damage roll for that spell. However, it also works the other way. If you have a negative modifier, let's say you had a luck of 5 and you had a -2 modifier, well, that means that anytime you cast a spell, that you will have a -2 modifier to the spell damage. So this might shape the direction that you take your character in, or it might not. You might think a wizard that has a disadvantage with casting spells that cause damage might actually be really interesting if they were like a divination wizard or something like that. You can take it in all sorts of different ways. Pack Hunter is another one that I wanted to highlight. So Pack Hunter, if you're born under the side of the Pack Hunter, you get your luck modifier to attack and damage rolls with your starting weapon. So for example, if you were something like a mercenary that you start off with a longsword, that would be awesome, and you obviously would be super excited about that. If your starting weapon was a rolling pin, it would make for a very entertaining character as time went on, but also you might be like, well, I'm going to use my rolling pin instead of my sword because I get my +3 attack bonus because I have an 18 luck. So it can create some really interesting dynamics that can be really fun. And that is part of the excitement of the randomness of Dungeon Crawl Classics. Now, the Birth Augur chart, there's 30 different things that you can roll on the Birth Augur chart. One of the things that should be noted is that the widest part of the range of possibilities is that you're going to have no modifier at all in most situations. So, that being said, when you roll up a character, if you roll anywhere between a 9 and a 12 for your luck statistic, there is going to be a 0 modifier to whatever your Birth Augur is. So, moving on. The luck modifier also affects more than just what your lucky roll is, your Birth Augur. It also affects critical hits, fumbles, corruption, and others. And others is kind of a broad thing. There are going to be situations in different adventures and things like that, circumstances that the judge will call for where they're, why don't you pull in your luck modifier and let's see what happens. I know I, as a judge, do that all the time. So what else does luck affect? Well, you can burn luck. It is a resource that you can manage like hit points. So, for example, when you burn luck, you can get a bonus on a 1-for-1 basis. So, if let's say I am rolling to hit and I roll an 11 and I know that I need a 12 to hit, I can say to my judge, hey, I would like to burn a point of luck. And you'll be like, all right, that sounds great. The thing about burning luck is you can do it before or after the roll, because it's essentially heroic effort. So in an example, like you're in a situation, you're in the boss fight, and you know that this boss, if you don't take it down on this turn, it is probably going to kill you or one of your friends. You can be like, all right, I'm going to burn 6 points of luck in order to hit or do damage or make a spell check. My notes fell down, so I'm going to pick this up and look at it, or saves. So this is something that you can do at any time to specific rolls. And one of the things that is a delight as a judge is when somebody makes a roll and it's their first time encountering that monster or that situation, look them in the eyes and be like, so would you like to burn some luck? Now, you'd never do that if they already hit, but when they're trying to figure out, how much luck should I burn, I know I don't telegraph how much it is until they've hit the monster a few times. Let them figure it out through trial and error. So, but the thing is that, there's that give and take. If they say, I'll burn 3, and you're like, yeah, that works. Or, would you like to burn some more? It says, oh, they probably need a 14. So that's a little bit of judge advice thrown in there. So burning luck. So luck checks. In addition to burning luck, there's also something called luck checks. Now, luck checks are one of the few circumstances in Dungeon Crawl Classics where you roll under a stat in order to see if you pass something. So obviously, the higher your luck, if you have a luck of 13 and I call for a luck check and you roll a 12, you have passed the check. If you roll high, you have failed. And this is an important thing because this will often trigger traps. So, for example, in the Precipice of Corruption behind me, there is a trap that you can encounter, and if you go barreling down this hallway and you and a luck check is called, that's what's going to happen. You need to roll under, or you're going to get impaled by a javelin, potentially. So, that being said, luck checks are one of those things that are called for very, very frequently, and they're oftentimes targeted towards the character with the lowest luck in the group. Because obviously, if you're going to have a low luck, that is a situation for the judge to look at a character and direct the threats of the world towards that character, because the gods think they have it coming. That's kind of how that works. So, that being said, luck checks are equal to or less. It's a roll under mechanic. Now, finally, luck loss does not return easily. So when you burn that 6 points in a heroic effort to take down the boss monster, well, you're not going to get all 6 of those back. Your judge might deem that your heroic effort was so important and so crucial that you might get 1 or 2 of those luck back. But ultimately, when you burn luck in a heroic way, it is meant to be gone for good. Now, when I say for good, there are going to be situations in various adventures or a variety of circumstances where a judge will award luck for doing things, particularly staying within your alignment or, doing something really dramatic. There are a lot of situations where a judge can come up with reasons to give you luck back. But it is one of those situations where when you have a resource management mechanic, you don't want to make it easy, because if you just give everybody's luck back at the end of the adventure and you put them back up to full, then they're going to burn luck in every single circumstance. You need to create tension, and the only way you're going to create tension is by holding that luck back. So, that being said, there's one last thing that we need to cover with luck, and that is thieves, halflings, and in my setting of Stennard, Canines. Each of these classes has a luck and wits ability that essentially when they burn luck, instead of it being a 1-for-1, they get to roll a die, and that's how many points of luck they get. So, for example, a thief, a first level thief, is going to roll a D3. They roll the D3 when they burn a point of luck, and they get 2 points or 3 points of luck for that 1 luck burned. Additionally, they slowly get luck back in the same way that you earn hit points back. So at the end of each day, you get one point back. That being said, halflings are the only class that allow you to apply your luck modifier, or not modifier, your luck. You can burn your luck to affect another character. So a halfling is kind of like a lucky charm. They're like a leprechaun. They are able to apply their luck to others. So that is my overview on luck in Dungeon Crawl Classics. I hope this was useful. Quick note that this is the final day for the Desperation of the Hungry Kickstarter. Please, if you are interested in my own personal content, back this short adventure. It is a 16 to 20 page zine detailing a raid on the Mutt Wrangler farm. It has a home invasion horror theme to it, and it's about saving dogs. So it is a very cool little adventure, and it would be awesome if you were able to support. That being said, thank you for supporting indie games and indie game designers. There are going to be 2 more cool videos up in the cards. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I'm about to go get a tooth pulled, so it might be a week before I record another video. So I will see you then.